Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Erik?
Kelly.
And this week we watched A Christmas Story, directed by Bob Clark, written by Gene Shepard, starring Peter Billingsley, and Melinda Dillon and Darren McGavin. IMDb synopsis: In the 1940s, a young boy named Ralphie, whatever the fuck it is, Ralphie attempts to convince his parents, his teacher, and Santa that a Red Ryder BB gun is the perfect Christmas gift. So what do you guys think?
Did you watch a different movie from?
I gotta say, I loved your names like Peter Billingsley Shire, and then Ralphie Alfie McDonaldshire.
Oh man,
trying to convince Santa.
I watched the knockoff. It just had names that were similar, but it wasn't exact. Thought we were sticking with the parody stuff. So Jesus Christ,
This is probably my favorite Christmas movie.
It's pretty darn good. Yeah.
I mean, we never had it on VHS, so the only time we were ever able to watch it was
when it came
The
on television.
24-hour marathon.
yeah, it was the 24-hour marathon.
Yeah.
Ditto. Yes.
So the first time I seen this, we were going down to my grandparents for Halloween, for Christmas, and they would always watch weird shows on Christmas, or the TV would just be turned off.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we had to stay in a hotel room after my mom and dad. I don't remember exactly why we were in a hotel, but I know my grandparents paid for it, which was cool. Anyway, so we're in this hotel room, and I'm like, I'm gonna turn the TV on. This is baloney, no TV. So I'm turning it on, and here's this movie. So I watch it the first time. I'm like, this is an incredible movie. I can't believe how good this is. And then I just left it on, and then basically by the end of the night, I had to memorize the movie because it was awesome. And I mean, what's funny is like Kelly and I right now are staying in a house that was built in roughly the same era.
Uh-huh.
So like you can see that they have paneled walls in the movie at some point, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that looks exactly like my walls.
Do you have a furnace you got to go down and mess with and shit like that? And you're just
I really wish this place had a basement. Like if I had a time machine, I'd be like, bro, you need to build a basement right here. A basement would be amazing.
well, then you would you wouldn't have to climb under the house for most of the shit you've been doing lately too. So
No, it would basically be a 3-story house too,
Yeah.
because it'd have the basement that I could store bullshit in, and then the normal story, and then the upstairs, which plus then you could have an underneath the house furnace, which I'd have no idea how they work. They must have like heating ducts or something.
yeah, I imagine they're
Yeah, I don't
similar
know
to what
how
we
they
have,
work.
what they have with like central heating and stuff like that.
I guess it just uses coal.
My house has
instead
a
of-
furnace, but it doesn't work. Like,
Does it use coal?
fuck, the way this place was, it probably is. It was probably built in the 70s, but they're like, now, they have all these fancy gas heaters and stuff like that. We've got a coal heater still.
I mean, coal works.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a hold of in this world, in this end of the world, but
Not if you're naughty. Santa will give it to you for free.
That's right. There's got to be an
I'm
asshole
not
all
going
year
down that
long.
road.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember watching this movie every fucking year as a kid and hating it for so long because it's like, why the fuck am I watching this fucking movie? But because it was like a 24-hour marathon thing, it was always on, and my mom would have it on or something like that. And then just, as I got older, I grew to enjoy it. But I just remember as a kid not liking this thing at all. And I still watched it every fucking year. So it was.
Why'd you not like it? Or what about it did you not care for?
I don't know. It was kind of, I don't know. As a little kid, it was boring to me. I didn't have Ninja Turtles or fucking G.I. Joes shooting stuff and blowing shit up and stuff, So I was like, fuck this,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Stupid
I
reasons.
I was definitely over 12 the first time I seen it.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I remember being in middle school watching it, not a younger kid.
and it was due to the on TBS. That's the only reason.
Oh, we might have watched it the same year.
Aww.
You guys are getting super crackly for some reason. Am I getting
What do you mean
crackly at all?
crackly?
Like, not
Is it
robot-y. Like I
still
can.
crackly?
Yeah, it's weird.
Huh. Hold on.
Like bad.
Let me know. Is
phone
that any
connection.
better?
No.
Yeah, because we got 3 bars. That's
So do I.
weird. I don't understand why it would be crackly. Was it doing it when we were playing together?
Yeah, I was doing a little bit at the end.
Oh,
Hmm.
I guess I could try turning the thing on and off, but how bad is it?
It's bad enough. Otherwise, I wouldn't have mentioned it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, talk to yourself for a minute, and I'll try turning it off and on again.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just sitting here talking to myself, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about. Oh man, the new episode of The Mandalorian was really cool. I don't want to really fuck it, I'm gonna spoil it. I don't really give a shit. You fucking watch it, guys. What are you doing? Fucking Bill Burr was in this one, and he had like a cool over the shoulder gun that he like aimed at some dude. The second I saw that over the shoulder gun, I was like, he's gonna fucking aim that at somebody, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious and awesome. And it was both of those things.
Is it any better now?
Oh yeah, it's better.
All I did was turn it on and off.
All right, that's weird.
That is weird. Oh, you're talking about the Mandalorian?
Yeah, I was talking about the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the
Because
Mandalorian.
Bill Burr was not in it.
Oh no,
You don't know that.
How old was Bill Burr? Is he old enough to have been in this?
Oh, yeah,
He probably would have
this
been a
is
kid though,
83.
right?
Yeah.
He would have been in his 20s
Yeah.
because he's like 10 years older than us.
Oh man, he's just like yelling at the fucking dad for some reason. He'd be the sales guy. He'd be the tree salesman.
Bill
him how-
Burr? I don't know.
Tell him how
Man,
fucking
he'd be-
awesome this tree is, man.
I gotta
Cussing at him and
say,
shit.
one of my favorite Bill Burr bits in a movie is in Daddy's Home,
Uh-huh.
where I think it's the second one where he's like, "Shut up," and he's like, "Yes, sir, Dusty," or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah, it
He was
is.
born in
So I don't know how to do math. When was this made?
83.
83? Oh, I was way off. So he was what, 13?
Yeah, so he'd be like just the right age, right?
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? He's probably the little guy. He's the toady. Or his hair turned red from getting scared, and then he made a deal with the devil to be show business and lost his soul. Then he got red hair
Goddamn
from that.
gingers.
Could you imagine how terrible that'd be? What if that's the case? That's scary.
You just sell your soul, and that's how you become a ginger.
And well, you have to become a ginger, and then everybody knows it.
So every ginger. What about the ones who aren't famous and don't really have much going for them? Like, did they sell their soul for something stupid? Then is that what you're saying?
How many people would do that? I mean, I'm sure that I can guarantee you somebody. Now, this is not the official statement of Eric Anderson, so I don't want to be in any contract. But you've heard people say, "I'd sell my soul for an ice cold beer" or whatever.
Yeah.
But
You know what it is? It's their parents. They're like, I'm gonna sell the soul of my firstborn child or second-born child or whatever, for something stupid, and then that parent gets the thing, and then the kid comes out a ginger. That's how it works. 100%.
man, your mom and dad got screwed.
Yeah, they did. Oh man.
Yeah, so I love the part where he fights back to the bully, which is good.
Yeah.
And then the bully
pretty
just
awesome.
leaves him alone because that's what happens. And
Yeah.
everybody's been like trying to get kids to, I don't know, tell a teacher something that doesn't work because the teacher, I mean, if this was back in the, you could still beat the shit out of a kid days, the teachers still didn't do anything.
Yeah.
My dad was telling me about, I guess when he was in 4th. Okay, here's a good example. My dad used to like to go pick fights with kids. My dad, I guess he was kind of an older kid bully. He'd go pick fights with kids.
Bigger than you
A
is.
couple grades, oh yeah,
Yeah.
a couple grades older than he was. So my dad decides he's going to beat up the 6th grader, and I think he was in 1st grade.
Nice.
Actually, I'm sure. Yeah, so the kid was either in 5th grade or 6th grade, but no, he was definitely in 6th grade. Anyway, so my dad's in first grade, picks the fight with this kid, and he starts losing the fight. Then he starts getting the shit kicked out of him. So my Aunt Christy sees him on the ground getting the shit kicked out of him, runs over and beats the shit out of the kid. So my dad is standing there watching his older sister beat the shit out of this kid that he unsuccessfully beat up. And one of the teachers, because I mean, my Aunt Christy was a berserker, so she's just hammering this kid's face. So he's got a bloody nose and he's actually got a couple cuts. So the teacher goes, "Oh, don't you think we should stop this?" And the principal goes, "Let's let this go for a little bit." And the teacher looked at him, and it's like dad told me, like, the kid was a piece of shit bully. Like
Yeah.
he was picking on kids that were in like Aunt Christie's grade, and of course everybody avoided, my family for whatever reason. Anyway, so my Aunt Christie beat the shit out of that kid. He had 2 black eyes, split lip, and I think she might have even knocked one of his teeth out. She
Ugh.
just like lit him up. And that's the moral of the story. Like if you have to have a tough older sister to fight your battles for you.
Well, in this, that the mom, Ralphie's mom knew this kid was a piece of shit too, because she didn't do shit. She's like, yeah, you got to fight today. Didn't punish him at all or anything like that. It's like this little shit has been fucking with my kids forever. I'm glad one of them finally stood up to him. So,
Well, it's good because if you can conquer that fear to stand up to the bully, that's a good, bit of growing.
yeah,
And plus, like that's what I was saying, the teachers aren't going to do anything. The teachers are never going to, they don't, what the hell? They're like, this kid needs to learn how to fight their battles. Because
yeah.
if everybody waits for someone else to fight their battles, I mean, then like you're never going to stick up for yourself. And there's always turds that want to, have the problem.
Yeah. There's
So
no
you
talking
have
your way
to,
out of it kind of thing.
yeah. Sometimes you just got to get the shit kicked out of you and then teach them that it's annoying to deal with you.
Hurt their fists with your face.
That's what I did. I'd be like, "Oh, I'll kick your ass." And then the kid would be like, "I broke my hand on your fucking hard head." That's right. I'll do it again.
Oh, damn it.
So
Oh.
pretty funny. And I love like how old all the stuff is.
Yeah.
Like we're watching him plug in the fucking leg lamp.
Yeah.
And
Like,
you
all right,
could
we just got one
see
too many in here.
the old ass
Jeez.
cord. And like I'm staying in a house right now that has that many plugs in the walls. So it's like you gotta have 18 extensions in
Mhm.
there so you can use it.
I
It's
mean,
a
I had to
wonder.
replace all the sockets in my living room with grounded ones because none of them had, or 3-pronged ones. I guess they're not really grounded because they didn't have a wire going out anyways, but the house is probably grounded, right? That's how they're supposed to go. I don't know how electricity works really.
Wait, so you have it plugged in and there's not an actual ground in the ground slot?
I don't know. I didn't switch them out because, like I said, I don't know how electricity works. I don't like it, so I didn't do it myself. I had somebody else do it, so I'm not really sure. Maybe
Alternating
not.
current is super weird. Like DC is super easy because there's a positive and a negative,
Yeah,
or just a hot and then a ground. Well, alternating current, there's like a common and then a hot.
yeah,
And I'm like, I don't understand what the hell, how any of this stuff works. The ground literally just goes to like a ground spike. It's just a wire that goes to the ground spike. And the ground, so like if you have a crappy appliance
uh,
that shorts, instead of it grounding through you, I think it's supposed to ground through the ground wire. So
yeah.
it'll just pop the breaker and then that's it.
Well, I mean, like recently I had to move plugs around because we flipped a breaker again. Just like one thing was different and fucking flipped it. So we're I don't know. It doesn't take very much for this fucking house. It's just wired shitty. And then when the power went out, it was like my computer and then kind of around the wall and then my mom's room and then it took out the dining room, but the other half of the living room was not taken out. I don't know. It's fucking weird. It's just
What?
yeah.
Somebody wired that terribly.
Yeah.
That
It's really
literally
fucking
that
weird.
shop we were staying at had two 20 amp breakers for a whole shop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. basically two grinders will break that.
Yeah.
And this was for a whole shop. It had one wall on one wall on the other, and then it has like 18 lights, and each light had its own 20 amp breaker, and they're only like 1 amp lights. So whoever wired it was a complete and total idiot.
That's all he had in this
It's
truck. He was like,
Probably
just
Scott
make it
Farkas who
all."
did it. Scott Farkas grew up and then moved to Oregon and was like, I'm going to be an electrician here. I'm going to turd this up. And he turded it up. He was just, you know what? I think Randy in this thing is actually Randy from South Park.
Man, God. That fucking kid is annoying as shit through this whole
I
fucking
know.
thing. It's
He
just
is.
the whole fucking time. Like, I feel like, do you think his script, all his lines just said meh, the whole, like, that's all he said, like, through almost the whole fucking thing, except
They
for his
nailed the
oinker
younger
thing?
brother. We all got a younger brother who's a picky eater. Maybe
Yeah.
you're the younger, there are younger brothers that are the picky eaters. I would eat anything. I was like, oh, okay. Is it edible? Because there are like mom made this meat one time that was questionable,
Mystery.
meaning it was bad.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
but we were no, that's not right. We had plenty of money. She didn't want to go to the store, I think. So she made the meat. Anyways, she makes it. My dad took one, like I told my brothers, I'm like, I don't think I'd eat it because the meat, it was the kitchen stank.
Yeah.
So my dad takes a bite, spits it out on the plate, and goes, "What the hell is this shit?" Then he
Rightly
took
so.
it, he picked it up, walked out, put it in front of the dog, and the fucking dog wouldn't eat it.
That's
And he
pretty
goes,
bad.
"You're cooking so bad, the goddamn dog won't eat it." I mean, it was like, oh God. And yeah, so we had pizza.
So it was like the end of this where the fucking
Uh-huh.
except the dogs wouldn't have come in and eat it. They would have been like, oh, what the hell is that thing?
Well, it sucks. Like, we're the Bumpuses where we live
Yeah.
because we have 4 dogs. But I can't get the dogs to break in anybody's house. Sons of bitch Bumpuses.
He's just sitting there reading his fucking newspaper. A couple dogs run by. No, whatever. I don't know. Looks at his newspaper again.
I mean, yeah, I get it for the theme of the movie, but if these were like just real people you're watching, why wouldn't you just pop that turkey back in if it has another hour? Why? I mean,
That's true.
pop it back in.
Yeah.
Why was it out?
Yes. Why? Because she was basting it. Well, she was spooning it. She was using a spoon, but still same concept. So, and then
She's a busy mom. And what happened was
the dad. Oh yeah, right. Like the dad's gonna do it. Silly
yeah,
me.
this
Oh,
is the
God.
40s, Kelly. The dad was sitting there watching the TV or listening
Reading
to
his
the radio,
newspaper.
reading the newspaper.
Well, he could pick at it, but he couldn't put it back in.
He probably didn't know what she was doing because she was up messing with the
She
kid.
yelled at him and told him, "Don't eat it. It has another hour to go."
She said
Because she
something
was in the
about he
middle
was
of
going to
taking
get
care of
worms if he
Ralphie.
did it too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I
Anyways,
love turkey. I can understand.
So you're willing to get worms?
If it tastes good, yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
God damn it.
What? I mean, it tastes good. What the hell's the difference? Plus, worms might do me some good. I could lose some weight.
Maybe it'll be like the worms in Futurama and it'll like make you super strong and shit. Ever seen that
Holy shit,
episode?
that'd be awesome. Yeah, that's a great episode. And does he get super smart too?
He does.
I could use that.
I mean, super smart for Fry. He was pretty smart, even, a little, above like a normal person. But imagine somebody who's of a normal intelligence or higher getting that and then becoming smarter. Man, they'd be fucking, super smart and really fucking strong and wouldn't have
Yeah.
to worry about like diseases and shit because they got the worms in there.
That'd be awesome. I could be like Elon Musk. But I don't know. That guy's kind of weird. I found out recently that he married a lady, divorced her, and then married her again. That's weird.
Happens sometimes.
How does that work?
I'll have a dumb fight. Oh, you're in divorce. Blah, blah.
Maybe he did it on a bet.
I don't know.
She's like, I bet you won't divorce me. And he's like, oh, yeah? Show you.
Do you know who I am? I invent things.
He tweeted it out that he was going to do
La-di-da.
it, so he's like, "Fuck, I got to do it."
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
Yeah.
apparently, Will Wheaton auditioned to play Ralphie. I don't think it would have been anywhere as good if that would have happened.
No, he's like completely the wrong.
Yeah, he
Will
could have played
Wheaton's-
Randy.
Yeah. Well, he's like he was a smart kid and
Yeah.
everything. It's Ralphie being kind of dumb makes the movie good because he
Yeah.
seems like a real kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't seem like it. Could you imagine Macaulay Culkin playing this? It'd be fucked up.
yeah.
Nah, I guess not.
Yeah, it'd be
I
like
mean,
I don't see him fighting the kid because generally the smarter kids are the ones who are like, oh, I don't want a fist fight.
Macaulay Culkin could just like set up traps for the Bumpuses instead of the sell my turkey.
There's like
Oh,
8
man.
dead dogs in the house. The dad's like, Ralphie, what'd you
Well,
do?
I wasn't one of them dead. Marion Fudge, Harv and Marv and Harry.
Marvin Harry.
Shit.
You
I'm
caught my
so
disease
conceived right now. I know.
Oh man.
That would have been a completely different show with Harv and Mary.
That's
Well, the
the
thing is,
that's the new one
when
that's
I-
gonna come out.
when I said it again, I was concerned that I was dead on that I thought I had it right, and then I'm like, wait, no, do it again. We did it again.
Oh man.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh fuck. Oh,
Rascal.
he would have he would have somehow like corralled those dogs to get them to attack the bully. Is what he would have done. He would have been like,
Yeah.
all right, we got the meat here. We'll get this trap going. The bullies would have walked into something like, oh, cool, free hamburgers, and then gotten there, and then the dogs would have got them. Then the kids probably would have been dead because the dogs would have eaten them. It would have been a much darker story.
Yeah.
Just was see him getting led away in handcuffs.
Yeah.
The cops just beating the shit out of him because that's what they did in those days.
Oh
They
man.
just got their rubber hose out and just beating the holy living shit out of him. Because it turns out Scott Farkus's dad is the chief of police,
Yeah.
and the toady is like the fucking lieutenant.
Yeah, they do the same thing too.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go tell my dad. And then there's just like grown up versions of them.
So I
Yeah, so
remember
the,
when I was younger watching this, I totally thought the narrator was Adam West.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
it just kind of has that similar kind of thing. Later on in the thing, like the very beginning, it sounds way more like him, and then just later on, you listen to it, it was like, oh no, that's totally not him. But it just made me
Mhm.
think of that. I was like, it sounds like Adam West.
Yeah,
It
I
was
can see
actually
that.
the author that wrote the book is the narrator.
Yeah, Gene Shepard. Is
Yeah,
that right?
He's in the movie too.
is he?
I thought so. He's a guy in the line, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's the guy in the line. He's like, "Hey, kid, get in the back of the line."
Yeah, that voice sounded
Oh.
so familiar. I'm like, is it
same
him?
guy.
And I've never looked it up, but I mean, it was like,
Okay.
Yeah. Now the BB gun thing, awesome. The
Yeah.
kid gets his BB gun and then shoots himself in the eye. Now I myself am the victim of a BB gun shooting, and let me tell you, it can put your eye out.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But what you should do is just give your kids some eye protection
yeah.
and then tell them to go hog wild, because BB gun fights get old after like, I don't know, a couple of years. But with eye protection, it'd be fine. Like, they don't have safety glasses. Oh wait, they do. They've had them forever.
hmm
Now they don't have the sweet plastic ones back then, but they probably have something. I wonder if fencing stuff would work. Oh my god, I could have made
Oh,
a
a fencing mask?
yeah.
Uh huh.
I don't
Why don't
know.
I
yeah,
bet-
of course it would.
I bet a piece of like some goggles with some regular like metal screen would probably work too. I'm gonna have to test that.
God damn it, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna sell BB proof glasses. Like, screw paintball fights, have a BB gun fight, BB proof glasses.
I remember like watching this and going, I don't know what the fucking big deal is, because I had BB guns and pellet guns and all that shit, the same age, and never shot my ad. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? Obviously it's all part of the thing, but it's like you put your fucking target up on a metal sign, it's all bent out of shape and shit like that. It's
You're
it's
asking
gonna
for it.
bounce somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, that's like why Will Wheaton doing that or Kevin McAllister would not have. You'd be like, he would never do that.
Yeah.
He would shoot that metal sign and then hit the dog in the nuts behind him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, only dummies like me end up hurting themselves. Well, actually, I didn't hurt. Well, I did. I did start the BB gun. So
Yeah.
I mean, that does count. I
Well,
steved it and drilled my brother right in the balls.
you could be a smart kid and still do dumb things, like me on purpose stepping on that pitchfork in 6th grade. My dad had a pitchfork in the yard, like in the ground, like he was in the middle of doing a job or something, or I don't know. And I was taking out my dog, and it was in the ground. I took it out, laid it down on the ground, and then lightly stepped on the prong end, and it just went boing, like barely. So I'm like, geez, that's no fun. Let's do it a little bit more. Boing. Oh, it's still not high enough. Third time's the charm, right? You go, hi-ya! It went right to my eye. Boing. And I wanted to see like little birdies and stars like they do in cartoons. That's bullshit. That does not happen. You get a black eye instead, and you drop the leash and running, crying and laughing like I did. It's a combination. And then, of course, you get the questions when you're at school. What happened? And they knew I was a goofball, so when I told them the real answer, they didn't go after my parents.
Yeah.
Like, yep, that sounds about right.
Oh man.
My brother went to the skating rink and was skating, and he just would blast around and just totally mangled his knees. And anyway, so like the next day at school, the lady sees his knees and goes, "Oh my God, did somebody push you down?" And he's like, "No, I fell down roller skating yesterday."
Mhm.
What? No, that's not the case. Anyway, so they brought my mom in, and my mom chewed their ass over it.
Yeah, it's on the knees. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know how parents beat their kids, but I wouldn't say they'd go straight to the knees, like butt, thighs.
Oh, he had bruises all over himself.
Okay,
Basically, he would just like skate at full speed, crash into one of his friends, and then fall down, or attempt to get to full speed and then just eat it
okay.
with no padding.
Okay. I was
Which is weird that they wouldn't. You think of like the skating rinks would just give you pad.
eh,
They
Wow,
don't give a
that's
shit.
so different now versus back then. Think about that. Like we would just ride around on this roller skates with no pads at all, and nowadays they definitely give you pads. I mean, it's just more fun with pads because then you can really hammer people.
You just slam into stuff.
Yeah. And Kelly, you've never hit yourself in the head hard enough to see stars?
I don't. I mean, not cartoon like where they go.
No, but you do see like quote unquote stars.
I kind of blacked out, like, oh, but not like what? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's weird because what happens is you basically see like bright lights,
Uh-huh.
and you
Oh.
have to do it pretty hard.
No.
Me and this other kid were testing out our new high school football helmets, and we ran into a tree,
Damn it.
and I seen stars, and then I've seen stars probably 15 or 20 times after that.
Oh, that's a lot of times.
I
That makes
had
sense
I had
for-
a door shut on my head, and then I seen stars. Then I fell off of the top of my Timco boom onto a stump with my head and seen stars.
Oh my god.
I hit myself in the head with a hammer. Seen stars. I actually drew back a hammer and just hit myself on the back end. I pulled it towards myself. And I was in a tight space, so I was trying to not hit where I was inside of, which I didn't. I just drilled myself right in the top of the head with a hammer. And my dad seen it, which was nice, and he was laughing. He's like, "What the hell were you doing?" I was trying to hit something with a ball peen hammer, and just drilled myself flat.
Jeez.
Yeah. It
You
was
want
stupid.
to restart your thing again?
Okay. Is that better?
It is.
It is.
Okay. I wonder
But
why
I
it's
can hear
doing that.
myself now.
You can hear yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's weird.
that's weird.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Is it my stuff?
Is it my stuff?
No, it's your stuff.
What's your stuff?
It's weird.
Weird.
So yeah, how's everybody doing? Doing good. Okay, good. Yeah, all right. So next week, Jason's choice. He's gonna choose something. He's not here, but he chose something already. So we'll go with that.
Discord and restart it because it's not letting me put the right input on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sounds better now. I'm not hearing myself.
Okay, I'll just leave it then.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it's doing. It's weird. I haven't changed anything in my setup, installed anything, done anything, and now it's doing that.
Fucking weird. Oh man. So would you guys love this fucking leg lamp? You just want one of those sitting in your window?
I would.
I mean, if you have like a whole house theme of like odd things, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Normal household of, family like, no.
Oh man.
But I'll tell you what, like that lady has some big balls. Like I'm clumsy and I will occasionally do some dumb things. I haven't done anything too big that I know of. Maybe Eric might refresh my memory, but I would never, ever, ever, as much as I hated something, on purpose break something of his. Because like she did it in the middle of him already being mad,
Yeah.
right? Goes to it, knows exactly what she's doing. She grabs that water case. She's like, or water thing. She's like, look at me, I'm gonna break this. I'm so cool. And then she, but like, and then she breaks it, and then, used all the glue up on purpose.
Yeah.
Big. And then, but my funniest part is that I always laugh at her in the background when he's fixing it.
Yeah.
like yes, if I hated something of Eric's and he broke it, you bet your sweet booty, whatever they say, sweet something, that if he was trying to fix it and it felt like that, I would be cracking up. I'd be like,
Oh man. Well, I mean, she did it while he was still mad, so then he wouldn't be mad twice. She didn't wait till he was in a good mood and then break it, and then now she's got to deal with him in a good mood or bad mood again. Just deal with him with the bad mood all at once. Just kind of get it all out of the way.
why would you want to make him mad in the first place? I don't get that.
Because you hate that lamp so much, you just can't handle it. At that time, that's like scandalous too, right? Like the 40s, they're like, oh fuck, you can't have that kind of thing out there. So
Yeah, true.
Could you imagine being like 13 years old with that lamp?
Well, you saw Ralphie. He's just like, like feeling it up and shit.
Straight butt. He's like, oh my god.
Oh man.
Should have just been like, I'll take that lamp.
Yeah.
Let's just
put it in the bathroom.
It's a weird concept. Like it should
Bathroom
have been
was
like
so dark. We need it in the bathroom.
oh god, it should have been like a full size lady or something. Just one leg, two
Yeah.
legs. I don't know. Oh, okay, 2 legs a little much. Eric, don't do that. Yeah, it's just weird.
Oh man.
Yeah, I could just see that Reddit post. Don't put your dick in that. Yeah.
The results will shock you.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
No, but like everything about this movie, like the background, everything was so authentic. The first time I saw it, I legit thought it was a movie from when my parents are sorry, mom and dad, you're not this old, but around that time grew up. Because I didn't know. But like then I found out it was 83. I'm like, what? Oh, what? Like you don't see anything. I don't think in the background that goes, oh, look, they goofed up. I didn't see anything like that. It was authentic, like the cars, the music, I don't know, everything was just really
The
nice.
pirates.
No, like I honestly, Kelly, that's the same way I felt when just now when when I was doing the show notes for this fucking thing, I did not realize this was 83. Like I had never
Well-
seen, the IMDb for it or anything like that. So I was just like, whatever. It's got to be made back earlier than what it was. And no, 83. I was like, wow, damn. So
So then, well, obviously, by actor wise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because
yeah,
Peter Billingsley. What is it?
Billingsley,
Billings-
yes.
I keep want to say
Billingsley, yeah.
I keep want to say Billingsworth.
It's because that's what I said.
Yeah. Why is that in my head? I don't know.
Hmm.
He's an elf, as
Yeah.
one of the elves. Yeah.
He's a director, isn't he?
Yes.
I think he might have directed Elf.
Maybe. I don't know. No. Maybe.
He's a
Or is he-
producer in a lot of
What's
stuff.
his face? That doctor in the movie did.
Huh?
That one guy. I don't know what his name
The
is.
one guy. Okay.
Never mind.
Dave?
No. Don't.
Oh.
No. I don't know.
Oh, you want? I don't know any one guy. Yeah, I mean, when I seen it, I was like, "Wait a second, that's the lady from Harry and the Hendersons.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did they make this movie that long ago?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how old is this lady?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of thought that same thing too. Jon Favreau. That's right. He's the director of
The Mandalorian.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, Jon Favreau's amazing.
yeah, because he's the doctor in Elf. So
You
that's
know
why I
what's
was like,
dumb? That guy does not get enough credit. I've seen like 3 crappy Spielberg movies, and I don't think I've seen very many Favreau movies that were crappy.
Yeah, he's also really good. I like him as Happy and all the stuff. For,
He's a good actor,
Fucking, all the Marvel stuff. That's the one I'm looking for.
I think one of my favorite things I've ever seen him in, he was in an episode of Friends, and he's like Monica's love interest or
Yeah.
somebody's love interest. And he decides he's going to be an MMA fighter,
yeah,
and then he gets the shit kicked out of him. It's hilarious. And I just thought it was anyways, I thought it was hilarious. He's a good actor. He can play a dickhead, he can play a nice guy,
yeah.
the whole bit. you
There's
know?
no scam. What? Not scams. What's the word? All these actors that did
Scandals?
bad things.
Me
Thank
too.
you. The scandals. He's got it.
Oh.
Yeah, no scandals on him. Seems like a decent guy.
We were talking about Bill Burr and Billingsworth. He's the producer for F is for Family.
Yeah.
For like 26 of the episodes. Is that all of the episodes? I feel like there's more than that. How many seasons are there?
There's 3 seasons, so
3.
there's definitely more than that.
Yeah. So he
No, the first season is long. I don't know.
well he was producer from 2015 to 2018. So yeah, he's got a connection right there.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, I guess Jon Favreau knows Bill Burr. I was watching a podcast and Bill Burr was talking about how he got on The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yeah, I was at this party. I met the guy. We're talking. And he's like, hey, do you want to be in a Star Wars thing? And did you know that Zero is Moss?
I did. I was
Yeah.
like, holy fuck, that's awesome.
I seen his name and was like, wait, who's he playing? And then I was like, oh, I bet he's the robot. And then I
Yeah.
checked it.
And fucking the wildling lady, Tonks from Harry Potter is the Twi'lek lady.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was a fucking excellent episode. Like I said, when I don't know if you were actually on, but I was talking about his 3 guns, Bill Burr's 3 guns. And when I saw that thing on his back, I was like, that's a fucking arm, and it's gonna aim at somebody sometime in this fucking episode. And he did, and I was like, this is awesome. So
Yeah. It was cool.
yeah.
Although the Mandalorian made them seem like they didn't know what they were doing at all.
Well, I mean, the Mandalorian makes a lot of people seem like that, though.
It was so cool though. The Kurgan was in that episode, and he was super strong in that too.
Yeah.
That guy. I'm gonna be really sad when that guy dies.
Fucking
Clancy
Clancy
Brown. Is that his
Brown.
name?
Yeah.
He was like one of the best bad guys ever. He was a bad guy in Shawshank Redemption. He was a bad guy in Lost. He was a bad guy in Highlander.
He's
I
a
feel
lot
like-
of voice actors in and
Yeah.
like just a bunch of animated stuff. He was in he's like 3 different characters in Star Wars, like animated stuff. Plus he's Mr. Krabs. So
Is
yeah.
he really Mr. Krabs?
Yes, he is.
That's great. That's really funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I told my daughter when I was on, I was like, "Look, Mr. Krabs." And she's like, "What?" Because he doesn't sound like Mr. Krabs when he talks, but I was like, "Yeah, it's Mr. Krabs. Come on."
You should show her the Highlander.
Yeah, like she's gonna watch that. I can barely. The only reason I can get her to watch The Mandalorian is because of Baby Yoda, right?
How the hell is there not a Baby Yoda doll that's being sold? Whoever the guy at Disney that didn't do that
For Christmas.
for Christmas
Yeah.
is a complete and total idiot. He could have a Baby Yoda with a Christmas hat.
There's a Rooster Teeth sketch about that exact thing. It's like it's like Disney headquarters. You got this guy who's like a marketing guy talking about it, and then somebody they were talking to like a bunch of group of marketing people, but none of these marketing people have seen The Mandalorian at all. They're like, yeah. So the main guy's like, we're gonna sell all these Mando stuff. It's gonna be like helmet, chest piece, shoulder piece, all that stuff. It's gonna be awesome. And then one of the other people sees Baby Yoda, and they're like, oh my fucking god, we got to do the Baby Yoda stuff. Do we have Baby Yoda stuff coming out? He's like, no, don't worry about that. It's like a side thing. We're not gonna fucking worry about that thing. We're gonna do all this Mando stuff. And it's gonna be awesome. And it's just like going off on how awesome all the Mandalorian merchandise is gonna be without ever saying that they're gonna release anything Baby Yoda. And then it cuts to him being like on the street going, oh man, I got all these ideas. Come on, guys. Like a fucking homeless guy while they're selling Baby Yoda shit at Disney. So
I don't know how they goofed that up.
I don't know.
I mean,
They're
the whole
fucking
reason
morons.
they had the Ewoks or the Gungans was to make
merchandise stuff. Yeah.
And now they finally get a thing that's cute, and they're like, no, let's not do it.
That even Star Wars fans like, and they're not selling the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Or they had to be, coerced basically into selling it after the fact. It's kind of weird.
It was pretty funny when Bill Burr was making fun of Gungans on the show.
It was. I was fucking laughing my ass off. Are you a Gungan under that?
Finally, somebody can do funny accents on the TV show again.
Yeah. Oh man.
Stupid Gungans. Well, I mean, Jar Jar, like when you're watching Star Wars, I remember when I seen this, the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't the Clone Wars. It's a Phantom Menace,
Phantom
and
Menace.
I'm like, what the hell is this character doing in the show?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on right now? Why is this guy? I kept asking myself, why is this guy in the show? And like everybody was like, Jar Jar's such an idiot, but it's like, why wouldn't they just have him like be a cute guy?
I don't know.
Sort of-
Well, and they, I think, did I talk about this on a stream or maybe a podcast, but they've like fully like finished his character too with the new novels where he is just a fucking clown on the streets on Naboo because everybody fucking hates him for putting Palpatine in power because his vote was the one, or he was the one who put forward to give the Chancellor ultimate power or whatever. So only because Padme couldn't be there.
Oh yeah.
So he had the
Wow,
vote for their planet.
That sucks.
Yeah. So now he's just like a clown on the streets. The kids love him, but all the adults avoid him.
Well, at least the kids love him. He'll be
Yeah.
all right then. God, he's so dumb.
Yeah.
Speaking of clowns, so the kid says the F word, right?
Yeah.
And then he just rats on his buddy.
Yeah.
And then you see the mom like wailing on the kid in the background.
Yeah, then the kid didn't even know what happened. And
Yeah.
you know darn well it was from the kid because we heard the dad down in the basement.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like, where'd you hear that from? And then the dad's down in the basement just it's like, come on.
It was pretty
fuck.
fun. Red damn blasters, they did a great job with his cussing because it kind of sounds like somebody's saying words,
Yeah.
but he's just down there like saying gibberish words.
Like a tad better than Joe Pesci's
Uh-huh.
Fridger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I want to see Home Alone where they don't edit his, where he just says
He
like
just
all
talks like he's in the fucking casino or Goodfellas. We're gonna
sounds like
fucking
Jake,
kill this fucking kid, all right?
he sounds like Jason, that YouTube clip I made.
Yeah. God damn it.
So I was thinking about this is the first time I actually thought about this scene. The scene where they're going to see Santa. Like, okay, I don't really remember too many times of me seeing Santa, but I don't remember ever being scared. But in this scenario, I think a lot of kids would be scared. Think about it.
Yeah.
You're going down this really high staircase to see this Santa who he doesn't look so jolly. He's a gruff looking guy. And then he has these two jerk ass elves who pick up these kids who are capable of sitting up on a lap by themselves, yet to be thrown around in loops and thrown down a slide. Like that'd be frightening.
Yeah,
Why
he's
would
just
I would have loved every second of that. The climbing up part I would have been happy
No.
about.
Yes.
Dodging the elf so I could go get on Santa's lap also would have been highly entertaining.
Granted, the right amount of stairs and slide ratio or whatever, it would be fun. Every kid likes a playground, even though they're maybe afraid of one certain thing on the playground. But this was not like a normal like playground, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
That would, like I said, that would not have been scary to me at all.
Those elves are just like tossing the kid around, like
Good luck with that.
Yeah, they were all assholes. They was just like, man, no
Yeah.
wonder all these fucking kids are just screaming and crying because you got this,
every single
elf
one.
lady just like yelling at him, "Get up there, fucking kid!" Rah, 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 rah. If they cussed, but they don't
That's
cuss.
exactly how my mom acted most of the time during Christmas. It would not have phased me at all.
Yeah,
And then the guy trying to grab me, there's no way he could grab me as good as anybody that in my family. So I would have just got right by him and been up there like, yeah, all right, Santa, I want a stack of pornos. No, I'm kidding. I want all these action figures. I want a TV in my room because that's who I was. Even in 1940s, I'd be like, I want a TV.
Ralph didn't even know what a football was.
Oh yeah. Then he
Oh, man.
panics. He totally did a Tina. It's like his brain's over there. Then he's like, I want a Red Ryder action BB gun. You'll shoot
Well,
your
he has
eye
some
out,
muscle
kid."
strength right there. I mean, to climb up a slide and then keep yourself planted while you're like,
Yeah.
this is what I want. Listen to me.
Well, that kid obviously has berserkerness in there. I mean, he beat the crap out of Scott Farkas.
Yeah.
The kid had yellow eyes.
So
He
God help
jaundiced
me.
like
Get
crazy.
alive.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. And then that actor still acts,
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of like the Toady is not an actor anymore.
Oh, yeah,
Turns
that
out it's
happens.
Tom Cruise.
No, I don't think so.
It's Tom Cruise's little brother. Bob
Cruz.
Cruise.
No, get out of here.
Come
on. This was not scripted, folks.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know I like how the lady just drops the bowling ball right on his balls.
Yeah.
It's a blue ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I got
hello.
a blue ball. Oh, good. And the whole time the dad's just like, all right, this is enough of that crap. But he was pretty happy with the duck scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have to chop the head off.
I gotta say, the dad in this show is awesome in this movie. Like like that. I don't know. Just he kind of had the right amount of hard ass to like good natured dude kind of thing going for him. Like the kids were respectfully afraid of him when they needed to be, but everybody was kind of still all right with each other. Kind of, the family seemed like they actually cared about each other. Where some things is like, oh, I'm not gonna mess with dad. Dad's like, he's gonna have a couple beers and be a fucking asshole or something like that. Where granted, this is a Christmas movie. You're probably not gonna get that in a movie, but still, I don't know. The dad in here just seemed awesome to me. The thing with the BB gun at the end, where he's just like, yeah, there's something over there behind the desk over there. So,
I love how he just got it for him too. He's like, you know what? The old lady's gonna say no. This is just gonna happen. This kid needs a BB gun.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
just what's gonna happen. I mean, that's what more dads should do.
Yeah, he stopped on his way home from work to fucking go make sure he got this, his kid what he wanted.
Yeah, because I think maybe one year my dad might have done that for my brother, but for the majority of all our Christmases, the tag said mom and dad. My mom went out and got there. Yes, my dad earned the money. I
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, he did do that, but he didn't. He had no clue what was underneath that tree
Yeah.
ever.
He was just as surprised as the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally, like I said, for my brother, he would, but that it wasn't for me, not my sister, only him.
Yeah.
That he would, whatever. But it's rare.
I don't know if my dad ever got us anything, for sure, because he didn't. I don't know. I don't know. The BB guns, maybe. I'll tell you this one. My mom tricked us big time with the BB guns. She got us really good. So we came up to Westwood for Christmas that year that we got the BB guns. So we go up to Westwood. So my mom, before when we're leaving, she goes, "Oh, I forgot something in the house," and that's when she put the BB guns under the tree.
Uh-huh.
So we came back from Westwood after Christmas and go inside, and we're like, and it says from Santa, and we're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Holy
What, Christmas was done,
Uh-huh.
and you came back, drove back up here one day?
No. We drove back to Paradise. And in
Oh,
Paradise,
sorry.
under the tree, was the 3 BB guns from Santa on it, and we were like, "Holy shit! That
Oh.
will screw with your Santa's not real."
I mean, Eric, I'm telling you, that doesn't sound like your mom did shit. It sounds like Santa gave you gifts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
yeah, he definitely.
because who can do that fast?
Yeah, it'd be only Santa, dude.
No, Santa knows
Yeah.
that's your house. Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm just like trying to give credit to my mom, Anyway, so it was pretty good though. I remember being like, "Holy crap! That's what everybody should do.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else." That's how you prove that Santa's real. You just do that. And then you got the whole bit. Oh, I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, he also
Oh,
let
yeah.
the kid take the fucking bunny suit off. He's like, "You want to wear that thing? No. Go fucking
Yeah.
take it off. What are you doing?" He was just as embarrassed for his kid also. He was just like, "That just sucks."
Well, it's nice because they like nowadays there's 2 dads. There's the sensitive dad, and then there's the hard ass dad.
Yeah.
There's no like we just watched the show A Very Merry Christmas or something. What's it called?
I think.
Anyways,
keep talking on the new title.
Is it Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid is the dad and he's a sheriff.
Okay, I know what
And
you're
he's
talking about.
and he's some super hard ass guy, and you're like, I don't get like, there's more than one dimension to a dude.
Yeah.
Not just like, and then
Merry,
there's-
happy, whatever.
There it is. Then there's the whole then there's like the Danny Taylor. Tanner? Tanner.
I was like, "Who the hell's Taylor? What?"
Then there's the Danny Tanner who's just like, basically Mr. Sensitive. And he never really like flies off the handle and calls them idiots or "God damn it, get the hell down here." Like that's part of being a dad. You got to scare the shit out of the kids. So you don't have to beat the shit out of them,
Yeah.
Unless the kids are maniacs like me and my brothers. I don't know what the hell my poor mom and dad had to deal with because, I mean, they would try their best to scare us with their voices and it never worked. They had to resort to the other way of doing it. But
Oh man.
oh my god, that kid. He's like his eyes are going open and shut. So it's
Mhm.
like the whites of his eyes sometimes. It's a little creepy looking.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyway, so yeah, the I think I can't really and then the pole thing. And I think just the way the guy narrates everything, he
Yeah.
uses like great words. It's not just so there I was at
Yeah.
school. It was freaking lame again.
and with the expression too. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like monotone.
Yeah.
Well, I think it
And then
helps because he's reading his own kind of. He probably
Yeah, he's
wrote his own shit, so he could read it out. So he's already an author. I think that probably helped him out. It just kind of had a more of a engaging way of narrating something. So
Yeah. And
Um,
then the whole pole thing was hilarious. I mean, we all know a dumb kid like that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the pole, you can definitely get it stuck to the pole. Oh, I double dog dare you.
Yeah.
Now, see what's funny, I had no idea about what any of the dares were when I was a kid.
hmm
So people would say, I double dog dare you. And I'm like, I don't give a crap. Those are just words. I'm not going to do it. No, you know? And then the kid would be like, I'll give you a cupcake. All right, we're doing it. Whatever it was. I didn't care.
I'm just a cupcake. All right. Let's get this done.
That time it was just words with something sweet.
Well, there's a cupcake involved.
Yeah,
That's a thing. That's
I
not
know.
just words.
I know. But
Yeah.
it said.
Yeah. I mean, it's like word. Cupcakes are for real.
Oh
I love it.
man.
There was this one kid in my class whose mom would make homemade cupcakes, and she'd put a shitload of frosting on them, and they were so good. And she'd like on his birthday, it'd be, I don't know, obviously once a year, and she'd bring in cupcakes. So I would say, oh, I'm gonna take this kid a cupcake, and then I would get 2 cupcakes. And there was a time when like a couple of kids they went to the bathroom right before the lady showed up, and I ended up with 4 cupcakes, and those kids didn't get anything.
Nice.
As
Oh,
if I
man.
needed more sugar.
God damn it, dude.
Dude, the next year she brought like 5 spares.
And so you got
'Cause
5
she
more
thought-
extra cupcakes?
Yeah, so I got all the spares.
Oh my.
I know somebody else who got into their teacher's lunch or something and maybe ate some chocolate cake. So it's not just me who does stuff like
It
that.
wasn't her lunch and it wasn't a chocolate cake. It was some cookie on the last day of school. Okay, it was stupid. It was first grade.
Oh
Let's
man.
not talk about that.
Well, that makes me think of the teacher's like drawer of confiscated shit. That would have been like a fucking heist sometime during the school year for me. If I would have known that shit was there, because we what was it? One year we took a fucking standee from one of the teachers and held it for ransom. In high
what?
school, yeah, like a like a movie standee, cardboard cutout kind of thing. So we took that and held it for ransom. So like seeing all those toys and shit like that in there, I'm like, oh man, we got to distract the fucking teacher. We got to get you wait for a substitute to get in there because that's the easiest way. The substitute doesn't know shit, and then 'cause that's how we took the cardboard cutouts, and then we then you get into that drawer. As long as she doesn't lock it, you're all good.
That's nuts. That would be awesome to do.
Get all that shit back. She opens it up. Then when she comes back, they're all fucking gone. Everybody's got their weird chattery teeth and sticky hands.
Yeah.
The one thing I never liked about school is that they just take stuff.
Yeah.
So I never brought anything to school because I didn't want to get have it taken away.
Yeah.
And they would take like some ridiculous stuff. This one kid brought a calculator to school and teacher took it. And it was like the dad's like TI-86
He was
calculator.
probably spelling boobies.
Probably playing games on it.
He was definitely using it to cheat on the math test, but he shouldn't have kept the dang thing. It's like that's probably a $200 calculator. At
That's
the
one of
time.
those things like they end up going, well, if you want it back, you got to get your parent to come in here. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't even have to do that. I'd be like, I'll get my mom in here. Oh, here you go. You can have it back. I didn't realize that till I was in 6th grade. Because all the teachers, my mom was like not nice to him. But she never did the thing where like, oh, my kid, this and that. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
The times that happened, like I got in an argument in 4th grade with his teacher about the logging business because she was like pretty anti-logging. So she was saying that no logging is okay ever. And so I was talking to her about salvage logging like my dad did, where you cut down dead and dying trees in the forest to keep it healthy.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she was going on and on about that. And it turned out she didn't even know how trees grow or pretty much anything to do with the forest at all. And yeah, so then she got mad and then suspended me from school. So My mom shows up, and I think she was mad that she had to watch me.
Yeah.
And, so she started to yell at the principal, then the vice principal, then the teacher, and I had to go to school. It felt like I had to go to school extra because honestly, when they told me I was suspended, I was like, "Awesome! I get to stay home from I get a great excuse." I told myself when she said I was suspended, I was like, "I'm gonna argue with this lady every week.
Damn it.
I'll get 3 days off a week. This'll be great." And my mom put the skids to that real quick. I was like, "I'm not arguing at all." I swear to God, I felt like I went to school extra. So, anyways,
Oh,
I did make that teacher really mad, though.
man.
Really, really mad. I didn't even call her an idiot. I just, refuted everything she said. And
We need to
then
have you
she
go
was
to a college class, Eric. It'd be hilarious. Just videotape it.
oh, yeah. Well, nowadays, they just get really mad. Well, she got really mad.
Yeah.
But she can't fight a 4th grader.
I mean, the college professors can't fight a student either. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of protections against that. Unless you start fighting them first, I guess.
Should I just fucking Ricky it and run in there and be like, "This guy's he thinks I'm a male prostitute. He's trying to buy my services."
Yeah.
That'd
Damn it.
be funny.
All right. What rating did you guys give this?
Uh, 5 stars. This is a great holiday movie.
I gave it 5 stars as well.
And I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. Next week's movie is Jason's choice. He chose some bullshit Hallmark movie, and then he watched it and went, "No, never mind." He chose so he decided Elf. We're gonna watch Elf next week. So
Wait,
I knew Kelly would like that. It's one of her favorite.
I was going to pick
Christmas
that for
movies.
next year, but hey, I'm ready. Yeah.
because we haven't watched it yet, right?
No.
No,
Okay.
I don't. There's so many good holiday Christmas movies.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. So next week we'll watch Elf. If nobody has anything else, we'll end this here. He's good.
No.
Oh,
Good.
I'm good.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turkadur, and twitch.tv/Turkadur Plays. Also, go to youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at Turkadur. Follow Eric on Twitter at.
Quick and severe.
Follow Kelly on Twitter at.
Sugar Snuggles.
And follow Ricky on Twitter at Furry Twitter Balls, Jason on Twitter at Unbelievable1. You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been singing in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/Turkadur Plays. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Join us this week as we play some video game. Not sure what it is yet. I think it'll be on, I don't know what fucking day. Sometime this week. And then join us. I might actually stream Fallen Jedi tomorrow. I'm taking the day off, so I might stream some of that. Fallen Order is what it is, not Fallen Jedi. So, yeah.
Sounds like it would be a better game.
Yeah. Fallen Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. So yeah, check that out tomorrow sometime. And also check us out next Sunday, 7:00 p.m. Pacific time as we discuss Elf. Thanks for watching, everybody. Join us next week. Bye.
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 Oh yeah, hey, thanks everybody. We're at like 517 subscribers. Thanks for subscribing, everybody. Keep going. Get your friends to subscribe. Get us to 1,000. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I don't know with the way our situations are. I don't know if we have the ability to do another 24-hour stream, but maybe we'll do something special, or we'll try to do something special for 1,000 subscribers. So try to get us there. That's about it. Talk to you guys next week.
Eric and I, like our jaws are kind of at the bottom of the floor. We're like, what?
Yeah.
People look at it like, what? How did that happen? But yeah, that's great. That's a
All
good
right.
thing. That's a good
Yeah,
shocking
it's a
moment.
good thing. So we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.